Welcome to Happy Valley, State College, Pennsylvania. The S-Zone fired up, stands starting to fill, and they are ready to see the Penn State Nittany Lions take the field to kick off this new season. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wicks. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on the shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
From the gun, running back gets to give. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The give to the back. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. NC State going up tempo. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe.
Nothing but green ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, NC State. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He's got him in the flat. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw. Coming after him. Moves around to clear up the vision. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Wide out in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic with his feet. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterback's also
throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
After misfiring, it's second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Gets it out fast. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 25. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, NC State 14, Penn State 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They move the tight end all over. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What a grab and go for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oregon is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 21 to Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They want to run this quarterback. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, it's one thing to get a few yards and, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the second level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It is perfect. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Knight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Red pass, it's complete. At the 45 on its way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback adapting. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On second down, looking to throw. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. He's going to pass. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On second down, he'll fire. Still looking, on the move. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
One more snap coming before halftime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. He got it. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
NC State.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. NC State going up tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Air Force. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. NC State quick to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Right back to the well. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Makes a connection. Open space at the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Going up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. NC State 29, Penn State 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the full dive and grab down the left side. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. And the quick shuffle pass. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Knight. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definite.
Got a lot of running room. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. NC State going up tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Off play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Dell. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. This defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that. They're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Quickly complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Using the quick game. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.